We are here at the 2025 Texas Trophy Hunters Outdoorsman's Extravaganza. The first one.
First one right here in Kay Bailey Hutchinson Convention Center, downtown Dallas. And we are here with a guy that maybe some of you know, maybe some of you don't. I bet you do, but he's got a good face for radio. But, you know, my man, the world champion, Cooper Davis, PBR hero here, also in the outdoor industry. We've done some stuff with him on some other things. I've had his ranch sold, and yesterday it crashed. I don't want to bring up bad stuff, but
we're supposed to start the podcast right.
Kind of dropped the ball, but anyway, nonetheless, Coop, tell us about your show, what you got going on, and what you're doing.
Yeah, I've known Keith for a long time, just not getting to know Brandon, but started a show this past year called 8 Second Outdoors. It's kind of incorporating the bull riding side of things and the outdoor side of things. It's the two things that I guess love most in my life and enjoy and get to spend time with family and friends doing it. And it's a work in progress. I mean, there's a lot of work behind the scenes between the two of them, and that's what I'm trying to showcase.
Yeah, we were just sitting there talking about, the industry and how it's kind of gotten a little bit tougher, right? You got to really love it, because what we've been doing, we've spent all this time in Mexico, and it just wears you out, and it's a lot more mental than it is physical sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely it. Leaving home and having to be away for a couple of weeks here and there. I mean, that's not something that I think everybody thinks about and, thinks, man, this is a job, but it becomes a job. I mean, the more you're out there, the more you're grinding to get something done, it becomes a job.
So people say, you want to film television shows. No, you do not.
Yeah, they think it's the greatest job in the world, and it's not. But, we can't complain. It's still fun. We're blessed to be able to do it, and certainly enjoy every minute of it. Cooper, tell us, I guess, let's talk about bull riding a little bit. I know you've kind of not really riding anymore except for in the team events. Is that right?
That's right. Yeah, I'm just I'm doing the broadcast on the UTB season. That's about from November to May right now. So it takes up most of my time. I'm still training to ride bulls, which is odd for a lot of people. I get to ride bulls 10 events a year, or 13 events if you include the finals and the last 2 events. But it's my body can't take the beat that it used to, so I've got to put it in the areas that it's best used.
There you go.
Hey, as long as you can do this, don't matter, right?
That's it, man. There's been times I've left the finals and my hand's been in the sling, and my first question is, do you think it's okay if I can just put my wrist strap on so I can pull my bow back?
Hey, you break my body and just don't mess up my shoulders and my hands.
That's it.
Well, you live one life that's extremely mental. On the other hand, you live in a life that's extremely physical, where you're what? How old are you, 28, 29?
30 now.
30.
Yeah.
And you're a veteran.
Yeah, I'm an old guy.
You're an old guy.
Yeah, I'm the guy that, it always hurts me whenever these kids walk in the locker room and like, man, I've been watching you since I was 5 years old. Please don't tell me that. That's John Crimber right now. They showed me a picture. He's the #1 bull rider in the world, but he sent me a picture the other day, and he was about Mac's age, and we were standing in front of Chicken on a Chain, and yeah, that's how old I am.
Well, you've had a hell of a career, and you're still kicking butt in that teams event stuff. It's really good to watch you and see you succeed and all that stuff. But on a different note, talking about Cooper, we've got his place out there, M&D Ranch out in Punkville, Texas. That is for sale again. We're going to probably take a little different approach on it now moving forward. But anyway, 1,200 acres, super cool place out there in the middle of nowhere. I mean, for the amount of deer and the quality of deer on that place, it's probably the best buy on the market, in my opinion. And tell us a little bit about the ranch, Cooper.
Yeah, so I bought the ranch in 21. It's a place I'd had my eye on for, a couple years. And whenever I bought it, I poured a lot into it. Kind of changed everything from, building the herd up. There was a bunch of exotics on it. We removed the exotics, so it's just a whitetail ranch now. We didn't really shoot any trophy bucks for the first 3 or 4 years, and this past year we were able to take 2 deer. One was 203 and one was 246, and those were native genetics. They weren't brought in by me. I did bring some in later, but Mac shot a big 8-point first year with his bow. It was 132 inches, and we've really babied it. I mean, that's been our baby. Mac was kind of excited yesterday when you said that it wasn't sold.
Too,
so yeah.
Well, I hate it, but back to that. I mean, the deer that he's got on this place are phenomenal. I mean, it's loaded with deer. Probably almost to the borderline of being too many right now, maybe, or tough to feed that many. But.
Well, I mean, we're definitely feeding everything that we can. Fortified cottonseed, we switched that a couple years ago, and our herd has been amazing. It's helped our fawn crop. That's been that was what I was worried about the most. I mean, I'll just be honest with you. I just told Hunter, I said, I was worried about my fawn crop. I've always heard that, cottonseed will make your deer sterile. It didn't. It made my fawn crop double, if anything.
Well, everybody starts talking about the gossip hall, right? And I am the furthest away from that as it possibly can. I mean, everywhere we hunt, we pour as much cottonseed to them as we possibly can. I mean, and it changes a herd. It's to me, it's one of the things that can change a herd very, very quickly, especially when it comes to the body weight. I mean, it does a phenomenal job.
Yeah, and I mean, we were just over there talking to Cooper. To Hunter. Cooper and I were, and hopefully we'll get Hunter on here after a while. But that fortified cottonseed is a difference maker for sure. I mean, it's that's all we feed in Texas and Mexico. We'll probably be feeding a little more protein feed this coming year with 1,900 feeds coming on board, but we're still going to feed fortified cottonseed no matter what. Just the fat content and everything that comes along with it. No waste. You're feeding deer. You're not feeding birds and hogs and javelinas and coons and all that stuff. So I mean, it's just a game changer in the industry to have a fortified cottonseed. Fortified being obviously all the minerals are infused into that deal, and it's a full fortified feed. So really, really good. Our fawn crop at Star Ranch the same way, Cooper. We that was a great year. We've had the last 3 years. We've probably had the best 3 that we've had in a while for some reason, but this year is phenomenal. So.
Yeah, I mean, healthy deer grow big antlers. I mean, the biggest thing to me is you can't outfeed your genetics. I mean, I think people have the expectations that you're going to kill a 200-inch deer. No, you're going to maximize whatever your genetics are in your area. And for me, that's what I like about hunting. If I'm in East Texas, if I shoot a 130-inch deer, I'm excited about that. I'm just trying to maximize everything that I've got. And it's not necessarily about going and killing a 200-inch deer. It's, taking the time and the two of the best things are age and water, and then you throw in a good feed. That's the 3 best things.
That's a good point that you brought up, right? And you start getting into changing the epigenetic of a deer and start to evolve that line. Like what Keith is saying, it just seems like every doe's throwing twins this year. Yep. I'm not saying that's from fortified, but I can tell you right now that it played a huge role in it. Yeah. I mean, our biggest issue is keeping the baskets full because they eat it so fast.
7 days.
Yep. 7 days. Every 7 days we got to fill it. And same thing in Mexico.
Yeah.
I mean, it's insane, but the reward comes when, you're sitting behind that joker taking a picture. So.
Well, that's I don't know. For me, I went from feeding pellets to feeding pellets and fortified, and it seems like the more I got directly towards fortified, the better my fawn crop got. I mean, this year, like you just said, every doe we seen. Just about every doe we've seen had fawns. Yeah. And the first year, we didn't have hardly a fawn. And we're in the hardest thing about that place, it's in the toughest part of the country, I feel like, to grow a big deer. Yeah. It's in the rocks.
Well, as I was about to say,
so what you feed is what they get.
Really limited, correct?
Yep.
So with a high protein, you're going to have water somewhat close.
Yep.
But with fortified and with the cottonseed, they don't have to have that water consumption as quickly as they do with the protein pellet. Yeah. And that's got to be a big game changer for you out there.
Oh, it's a huge game changer.
We drove past that, which I would assume would be your turnoff. Yeah. And we were out there on that elk hunt in Sanderson. Yep. I mean, that is some desolate country.
Yeah. No, I mean, I've taken a lot of pride in saying that we grew a 200-inch deer out there on rocks and fortified cottonseed, because that's all they've got: water, rocks, and fortified. So.
Yeah. Heck of a place. But. Well, anyway, we just wanted to get him. We captured him. I wouldn't let him leave. I told him he's going to have to come on here and talk with us just real quick. He said he's going to stay here about an hour, and he's going to haul butt. We got a little man over here. Get up here.
Got the boss man, you mean?
Yeah, I got my boss right here.
This is the real killer right here.
Yeah. So, if y'all know Mac Daddy, if you don't know him, you know him now. This dude right here is a cool cat, man. Just cool as they come, and
the stone cold killer.
He can talk better than all 3 of us together. Tell us about your year. What'd you kill this year, buddy?
I killed an 8-point with the bow, and also just pretty much recently shot a doe with the bow.
Heck yeah.
That's
my man. He's been to Mexico hunting with us. He killed a big 8-point 2 years ago over there. I mean, he got the biggest deer in camp that week, the little punk. And
he got a bigger deer than what he was supposed to. I've always tried to, kind of slow him down a little bit, because he's always wanted to go shoot a 150-inch deer, 160-inch deer, and I wanted to enjoy the process. But he did sneak one by me a couple years ago at Laboda, and he got.
I think that was a group effort.
Yeah, he got a 52-inch 8-point. You say?
Yes, sir. A hoss.
Well, I have a debatable between 8 and 9 because I had a little itty bitty kicker.
No, he was 8. It's called 8.
Yeah.
My book is 8.
There you go. That's right.
Yeah.
Well, good
matter
deal,
what,
man.
it's a heck of a
Thank y'all for coming on with us. And Mac, we'll see you around. We're going to get together and do some hunting here before long, Cooper. Going to have to do some stuff together here soon. You need to come to Mexico in the next little bit. We've got till the middle of February.
That's right.
Anyway, appreciate you guys. And we're going to sign out and sign off on this one and move on to the next.
Appreciate
Adios.
it.
We'll be back soon. We
Thank
got
you.
some more stuff coming up
Appreciate
today, not this week.